It's not that they convinced you that the so-called devil didn't exist. It's that they convinced people that God didn't exist. It's the other way around. Because when you were saying Shaitan or Shaitan, these were just oppositions. But when you were saying God, you were saying extraterrestrial people. People who were not from planet Tiamat, the Blue Rock, Gaia, or Geo, beings who came down onto the planet Earth. Now, you have mankind having these same exact types of weapons as these gods. The nuclear weapons, the ability to shoot them down out of the sky, the ability to chase them down and track them down, like with the Australian incident in 1966. These weapons made it a danger for God to come into your atmosphere, and God meaning just extraterrestrial. So let's get this clear in our language. It's about extraterrestrials. They're controlling everything here. Then you have the people who inherited the power of control from these extraterrestrials. The Dracula movie is about the draconian lineage, the ones who take off the youth fountain, which is drinking baby blood, the adrenochrome aspect that you speak about, Monster Inc., which is the monster, the draconians, and corporation, the business of the blood, the ability to siphon fear, energy, and other lower vibration they get from people, and also the blood to keep them living longer. So if I say God doesn't exist, you say it's just you in the universe. Nobody set this up. There's no cosmic order. We're the only ones who run this shit, and then that's why you fail. Generation after generation.
Bro, that shit is no joke. Of what you just heard, there are gods among us still. Because of what he just said. It would make sense, like how during our age, what we're living in, 2025, how no one uses swords, spears, or bow and arrows, how they fucking use guns, nukes, and tanks as a modern day weapon. And not to mention the new weapons, new generation of weapons like guns, missiles, and tanks, they're more powerful than weapons like swords, spears, or bow and arrows. Because they're more divine than that shit. And it would make sense because, like, of what he just said about the Dracula shit, because, like, some of this world are, like, fucking run by the vampires and shit. And also the Monster Inc. Okay, for example, who the fuck makes a kids movie about scaring kids? Like, that, I don't know if that should be even though I did grow up as a kid watching that movie, but it's just fucked up, like, learning about it as an adult. Scaring children and shit. But that's like traumatizing them, thinking like there's gonna be a monster that's gonna come out from a different world that's gonna scare the shit out of them for sport. They would leave and come back the next night to just jump scare them like Five Nights at Freddy's and shit. See, that's how this world is being run by the Archons, you aliens and gods and stuff. And that reminds me, I had a dream that the Anunnaki gods are coming, and there was a divine light above them, and there was red fire around them. The apocalypse are near. World War III is here. Ragnarok.